Can you hear me echoing under this bridge? Guess what's happened? I've got the original throttle cable fitted and it's just failed. It can't be anything else. The old wire throttle cable. You wouldn't think they'd wear out, would you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I've just phoned my Bennett's breakdown, which is RAC, and it said 45 minutes to an hour. But things might be delayed due to the bloody virus. That's charming, isn't it? At least I'm near this bridge. RAC wanted a number of that emergency phone box, 4196, so that's fortunate. You know exactly where I am. Rung into work. I'm just wondering, you know, they're better taking, can you hear me? They're better taking the bike back home and then I'll get a taxi to work. I thought of taking it to Yule's or Accrington, but if they can't mend it. It's one thing after another with old bikes, isn't it? That bloody coolant, can you hear me? Coolant leak, and now with the throttle cable. Anyway, I'll knock this off. Reset. Can you hear me? Reset the time. It's correct now. So, still waiting. One thing I've noticed is just how crap real lights are on bikes. Crappy 5 watts, twin 5 watt lights, and you can hardly really see. They're not dirty, it's not dirty on the lens. They're just crap, aren't they? We need to boost them up somehow. Hello, yes, still waiting. Guess who just stopped? 2 police traffic officers. There were a van and 2 patrol cars passed about an hour ago, so I bet they said, can you check on that motorbike? They were pleasant enough, and I'm always respectful to the police, and as I was keen on being a police officer when I was a school leaver. The girl in the car at the back, you know, walked up to me bike, but then stopped 20 feet away and came back. And I just said to the traffic officer, I said, yeah, I know it's the throttle cable, I've just phoned the bike shop and left a message to order a new throttle cable, ASAP. Alright, and I said, I'm just waiting for RAC, but I've been waiting since 10 to 6. Right, okay, well, thanks very much for stopping and showing concern. And they've left. I should have filmed them, they might have started an argument. Turn that camera off. I'm allowed to. Like them people on YouTube do, annoying the police. But I think they're probably just concerned. I wouldn't think it's a stolen bike or anything, especially as I'm wearing my big high-vis jacket. Is it worth going to work? Well, if it gets to 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Was my lights gone? It's either full of crap or the battery's run down. The battery in my camera's gone now. Hello. Just got home from work at 4 o'clock, working till 3:15. Why, I hear you ask? You might well ask. Imagine when I was on that epic ride out in the sticks the other week, if the throttle cable had snapped in the middle of nowhere. Luckily it didn't, but it must have had just a couple of wires holding it together, because this morning on the way to work, yes, I took my jeans off. They've been chafing all day because my legs got wet. I set off in the drizzle thinking everything would be alright. But it wasn't, because I'll upload the silent clip. I had my commuting helmet on, my second commuting helmet. That's a blue and yellow LS2 cheapo. And this is meant to be the winter one. Well, the idea was wear them alternate weeks to get even wear. And I thought, no, that can be the winter one, we're being high vis, and the summer commuting one should be that. And I should have got that out a lot earlier. When did summertime begin? But with all this rain and crap weather, has it actually begun yet? So yeah, I just joined the motorway from Whitebirk in Blackburn. Whitebirk's a big industrial area. And I said to a lad at work, I said, sometimes if it's a big lorry, I'll with all the bloody spray you get, and I can't see a thing because it gets on your glasses and the visor. And sometimes I'll overtake a big lorry, but luckily there was nothing there. Got on the slit road, tick over, no throttle response. And I thought, no, shit. Because years ago, was it Hepcat Harley? Someone gave me, it must be, a clutch cable, and he said just change it, be getting on a bit. Could be some broken fibres in it, broken steel fibres in the cable. So I had it swapped over as a precaution, because there's strong springs in your clutch, in there, but the throttle just rolls on and off. You wouldn't think that'd get worn, but of course they do. With salt corrosion, rust could have got in. I mean, I've never lubricated it. That might be a cock-up. So it's just failed. I'll just show you. Where's my gratis slippers? That's fiberglass that's spilt on them slipper tops. Yeah, baby. I'm going to have to clean up in here. Yeah, I'll upload the clip from this morning, but like I said, it'd be silent because the commuting helmets no longer have microphones in them. Oops. Yeah, look at that. Boing. I mean, if you're going to lube them, you just take them apart there, squirt it down the cable, So yeah, I was stuck at the side of the road. The clock was entirely wrong because I've had my commuting helmet just stored away for probably 8 months since before Christmas. Yeah, I rang into work first about 20 to 6, and at 6:15 I rang my Bennett's Insurance RAC breakdown cover line, hotline. Took my registration, of course, my name. Right, we'll get a vehicle out to you. They will contact you by text. Got a text. Adam will be with you in 20 minutes. Did I say all this aside at road? I was trying to talk into the back of my other camera. Yeah, well, basically, phone call. It's a bike, isn't it? I've only got a transporter and it's full of stuff. I'll send it to a contractor. I'll send a message to a contractor. He'll get in touch with you. So another hour went by, nothing. So I rang this chap, Adam. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, SOS motorcycle breakdown's coming for you. You'll be getting a phone call off him. I'll tell him to give you a ring. Anyway, he phoned about 8 o'clock. I'm on A56. And he was actually a pleasant chap. But my camera battery had pinged out with being a Thursday. I'd not charged it up all week. Very a pleasant chap. Tattoos, long hair, proper biker. Proper vehicle with all the ratchet straps inside. And of course, because the throttle wasn't working, I helped him to push it in. But the battery had died. I had a twin, well, they're not parking lights, because I've always said, I asked someone, when I'm in 125, you could turn the key to P for parking, for safety. And I thought, does this Hornet model crap or what? It hasn't got hazards, because on the telephone it said, put your hazard lights on and your parking light and keep it well away from your vehicle. You know, recorded message before I got put through. I thought, well, it hasn't got a proper parking light you can remove the keys with, because that 125 Super Dream, you put it on P for parking, remove your keys and you could go and sit on the grass. But this hasn't got anything. It's got lock, you hiss. And I asked someone, I said, your bike got hazards? Oh yeah, most bikes have. I said, well, mine hasn't. You think that'd be hazards because it shows 2 lights. It's not, that's just your little bloody marker light, little crappy 5 watter there. Anyway, I saw them getting dimmer and dimmer. But it's on my trickle charger now, me Oxford Optimate, or Optimizer, that's it, 900. And I just phoned Philip Yules. I actually rang at the roadside this morning at 7 AM. And I said, please order me a new throttle cable as soon as possible. So I just rung up and he said, oh, we can't actually fit you in until the 14th. And you've jumped the queue a bit there. I said, well, I'll have to get taxis next week to work. Pity it didn't happen this time next week when I nearly finished for my 2 weeks off. So it's booked in for the 14th, the second day of my holiday. But I weren't planning on doing much anyway, apart from sitting there in the sunshine. It's going to be sunny every day, I predict. Whenever I have time off at work, one of the lads said, you always book nice weeks off, you. Although my week off at the start of June were 2 days of sunshine and the rest were horrible. That's why I did my decorating. But this old bike, it's just one thing after another. And the lad at Yule's just said, oh, I see, it's because you ride all year round and things do tend to ping out, don't they? I said, well, what's going to be next? Starter motor brushes wearing out. Clutch. So lots of smoke again. All the piston rings knackered after 49,000 miles. And this lad at Yule said he has a little scooter for commuting on and he keeps his bike mint for Sunday ride outs, his proper big bike. He had a VTI 1000, I like them. They make a wonderful noise, them V-twins. So, like I said, throttle cables, that could have been nasty. Imagine if I had been on the actual motorway, going past a line of trucks, and there was someone behind me. ping, and it pinged out. What would you do? Indicate left, look in your mirror, can't see a thing because it's raining. You can't pull over on the hard shoulder because you're in the bloody fast lane. There's trucks, you know what I mean? In fact, that happened years ago when I had my CB 1300 Super 4, picked it up from the shop in Preston. I've got a full tank of fuel, let's have a look. Oh, it's half full. A little LCD indicator. This is no fuel level at all, you just go off your trip meter, don't you? It gets to 140, 145 miles on your trip meter when the orange light comes on. But that had an LCD and it's showing half full. So I set off from home on the M65. I thought I'll just see what my new bike can do. Overtook a big wagon. And because I wasn't used to where the bloody tap was, of course this doesn't have a tap. I was like that, in the fast lane. And I looked in that mirror, a big wagon there, side of me, put my hazards on, and luckily the car behind slowed down. I let the wagon go past, indicated left, pulled over to the hard shoulder, crapping myself with my new bike. And then I realised it was just a simple, you know, if you like that with gloves on, you know, doing, I won't say what speed, a bit silly really. But what do? I think you're better going off a trip meter. Don't trust your crappy bloody LCD fuel level. Don't trust your life in it, and it's same with this. If I'd have changed the throttle cable when I changed the clutch cable years ago, it would have been alright. Assume after so many miles it needs replacing and just do it as a matter of fact rather than, oh, you'll be alright like I thought. Oh, it'll last forever that. That's a heated grips, by the way. That's the actual gubbin. You're asking what's, I said, oh, I've not had it in bits. I said I don't know because you're asking on the phone, Yule's mechanic, what's happened. I said, well, I've just replaced the entire assembly. He said, there's two. I said, yeah, pull and push. I said, just get a pair. Oh, it's 50 odd pound. Plus labour, plus call out charge for the van. Because it's totally immobile, isn't it? I don't know. Pain in the arse, innit? So I just thought I'd upload this to say if you've got a similar age bike with lots of miles on, with an old wire operated throttle, replace it now, especially if it's the original one. If you have an old bike, Northern Rider has a TDM 900. Are you still on your original throttle cable? If so, get it changed. You know, like I said, imagine what will happen if ping, it suddenly pings out. So that's all I can say. Bit of advice to avoid what happened to me this morning. Could have been nasty, luckily it wasn't. So I've waffled enough, haven't I? Thank you for watching. Thank you and good night.